Okay, everyone, welcome. We had a little minor mix-up. I wanted to do that intro again, so I'm going to just start it really quickly, just because DJ worked so hard on that intro, so I want to make sure. I don't know why there is an echo here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to just show this really quick because oops. I'm improvising. Can you guys hear me? Can you comment below? Let me know where you are tuning in from. Our special guests are backstage. This is streaming on LinkedIn. We're also doing something different here. We're also streaming on Twitch, which is something new. But I wanted to just show this intro because DJ worked so hard on this intro. So I'm going to just pull it up one more second. Where are you tuning in from? Please comment below. Let me know where you're from. It's uploading. Here it goes. Okay, BRB, guys.
That was so worth it.
It was worth the wait, right?
Yeah,
it really was.
It was really good. Yeah.
Awesome. I just wanted to do a redo because DJ, my fellow LinkedIn streamer and producer, worked so hard on that intro. So I wanted to redo that so everyone could see it. But let me pass my mic right quick to myself and introduce myself. Welcome. This is the 4th episode of Career Hustle and Flow. My name is June Colaroso. I am a tech recruiter / career strategist and founder of Build with June Consulting. Let me pass the mic to my fellow co-host. Wow.
Oh God, we're gonna get it right. I know this is the 4th
one of these episodes. We're gonna get it right.
Maybe the last one we will. Okay, so hey everyone, happy Thursday. Valerie Mecki here. I am an SEO writer and a blogger. The blog is Oh Hello Work Life because work life can be surprising. And I'm gonna shift this down. Can you catch it?
Jeff? I got it. I'm ready.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Hey everybody, my name is Jessica Williams. I am a job snatcher and resume finesser. And I am so excited for today's episode. Cannot wait to hear and see these mics drop. That's me. I'm like, do I drop it? Should I throw it? What's the move?
We'll pass it. Let's pass it to our guests because they're waiting so patiently backstage when I was trying to get my act together on LinkedIn. But I'm super excited. Yes, I'm super excited to welcome our guest. This is a very special Father's Day LinkedIn Live edition. These gentlemen inspire me every day. Let's welcome them in. Mr. Broadus Palmer, Bryant Witcher, and Christopher Quiles. Hello, welcome.
What up? What up? What up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
You have a full back today.
Why don't we pass the mic over to Broadus really quickly? Let me throw it over to you.
Yeah, drop it. Drop
Drop
it.
Good. So good.
Yo, that was dope. That was dope.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Broadus, CEO and founder of Level Up in Tech. I am a cloud training architect. I am a hustling father. I am a man of faith. I am a motivator. I am the inspirator. All of that. So, yeah, let me pass it on to my brother, Bryant.
No, other way. There you go. Oh, no, wait.
Wrong way.
Right, the wrong way. So I forgot it's reversed on the camera, but I am Bryant Witcher. I am the director in coaching development of Level Up in Tech. I'm a DevOps engineer at Threat Connect. I'm the football coach, and I am elite. All right, that's all you need to know. That's the kind of mindset that I have. So now I'm gonna pass the mic to Chris. Oh, right way. Yes. There you go. Oh, there you go.
What's up, everybody? My name is Christopher Quiles. I'm a junior DevOps engineer right now at Evercast, and I'm a former radio personality, former DJ. Maybe might make a comeback one of these days. I don't know, but might be one of the old guys in the club. But also a father of two, and yeah, just great to be here. And yeah, it's great to be here. You know, I'm just thankful, blessed. And so, yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to follow up Broadus and Bryant. You know, I think it's fantastic. These guys are pros, always getting interviewed. You know, it's my first interview, and I don't know how long. So,
how long have you been in the radio industry?
Well, I was in the radio industry for 14 years. So my entire adult life. So yeah, this is new. Like I have a grown man job now, right? I want to say I go to the office, but I don't. I go to my home office, and yeah, it's cool. It's been a different experience, but yeah, it's you know, Broadus and Bryant have really been an essential part of me changing careers, changing everything, changing my whole path, my whole vision, and these guys really inspire me. And I get to hear Bryant tell me I don't wake up early enough. I get up at 4 a.m. How about you? I'm like, oh, dude, I'm like 7 some.
You don't give no 4 a.m.
I wake up at 4 a.m.
When I'm studying for certifications.
Okay.
So maybe we can start off with someone telling us what is the company Level Up in Tech? That's a good place to start.
So Level Up in Tech is a company where we help individuals transition and advance their career in tech, more specifically cloud. And we do that by providing a strategic learning path to help them understand and gain experience in solving problems as an engineer. That's what we do. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't go. I was about to say 24 weeks, 6 months of work that can help you transition and change your life into tech and put you in a place where you can only go up.
Level up. Speaking of up, I want to ask this question. This is a great question that Valerie wanted to incorporate every show. And I want to start off with Christopher because he's been in the radio industry for 14 years.
Give it to him.
What is that one song that hypes you up? Anything that you want to listen to? Like, say, when you were interviewing, prepping, what is the one song that gets you into the mood, makes you feel confident?
Yeah, you know, there's a lot to choose from. I'm just gonna stick with, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with the classics. You know, I mean, the greatest of all time, Tupac. You know, I Get Around. Put a little I Get Around. Get. You know what I'm saying? Feel good. Yeah, man, never can go wrong with some Pac. So I'm gonna go with that one. Or
well, we're from the Bay Area, so.
Oh, you're from the Bay,
right
there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, maybe throw on a little Mac Dre, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Go dumb with it real quick. You know what I mean?
Yes. That was my go-to song, is like anything in the Bay Area, E40, Too Short, Bay Area rappers at its finest. Okay, what about you, Bryant?
All right, so I'm gonna go a little newer school right now. Broadus already probably know what I'm gonna say. I listen to a lot of Tory Lanez, and my favorite one that get me hype is The Most High. Praise to the Most High. Okay, all right, sorry. Go ahead.
They like who?
Yeah, I know.
I know,
Tory
I'm gonna
Lanez.
look it
Y'all
up.
know who Tory Lanez is?
No,
Nah,
we know.
who Tory Lanez is. We know.
We know.
Y'all know Tory Lanez. Y'all tripping, man. Boy, tripping.
We know.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's your turn.
my bad.
What about you,
So
Broadus?
for me, it's this new DJ Khaled song with Lil Baby. Is I'm a turner, wanna hater every chance that I get. Want the biggest watch they got, I don't care if that hurt my wrist. That's me. Right there. I'm gonna turn up every chance I get. I want the biggest watch that they got. I don't care if it hurt my wrist. Give me that. Nah, but that gets me motivating to just blow the day out if I can. So, like you hardworking ladies right now, you ladies are just taking over. I'm trying to take over just like y'all. Brian's trying to take over. Chris trying to take over. So we can learn from y'all and your hustle. So
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Val, what song are you listening to get hyped nowadays?
Oh gosh, you put me on the spot. Well, actually, it's not hype, but I've been like loving it. This is on my Peloton. It's Eric for these bag lady. The instructor like put it on and I was jamming. I was like, this song has so much meaning. It really does. It gets me right there. Erica Badu's bag lady.
Oh,
Am I saying it wrong? I'm horrible at pronunciating.
Bahoo.
You know that song. Don't have me sing it, but you know what I mean.
Yo, no,
Hey,
I don't know. I never heard of
If you feel it, sing it.
That's the after show on Instagram. So we'll do that later.
That's fair.
All right,
That's
Jess,
fair.
what about you? Get the heat off of me.
I got you. So usually it's Whitney Houston's "I'm Every Woman," but recently, because I got back with my trainer, it's been T Grizzly. Winning.
Ooh.
That's the one.
Okay.
Let's go.
She going hard.
That Detroit sound right now is crazy.
It's tough.
42
It's
Doug,
tough.
T Grizzly, they coming out fire. So y'all probably don't know what we're talking about. It's all good.
They do.
They know. People know what's up.
They got it. They got
They
it.
got Google.
LinkedIn user says, Valerie, sing it.
Right.
Hey, that's another show. Maybe on the weekend we'll do
It's not happy hour. I don't have anything. No, it's not gonna happen.
Right. Right. I'm with you on that one.
Thursday. All right.
So-
awesome.
Your turn.
June, how about you? Wait, did you already say it was E40, right?
It was Bay Area rappers. I do the other day I run to this app called Aptive, and they do a running sequence. And I love running to Missy Elliott.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and Lizzo for now.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I'm always switching it up. But let's get on to the career topics of the show.
Yeah, because y'all messing up these seniors' names.
I don't know. I'm just so nervous being around
Not Jeopardy.
a LinkedIn top voice.
Right.
I'm pretty sure this year for 2021 you won't get it. So
I don't know. We'll see.
yeah.
But the reason why we wanted you on the show because y'all pivoted into tech. We had Christopher as a radio DJ host for 14 years. Bryant was DJ. Bryant was a police officer for how long, Bryant?
9 years.
9 years. Wow.
Yeah.
He's still undercover.
No, I am not. Hey, listen, I am out. All the way out.
Y'all know that line when he said, "Hey, how do I look?"
Right.
And then Mr. Broadus Palmer transitioned into tech a few years ago. This is where we bonded, is because we were in the banking industry.
Yeah,
So,
sure. Yep. 13, 14 years, something like that.
oh, 13, 14 years. Wow, you were in there longer than
But
me.
we leave that in the past. They ain't even, we ain't going back there.
Okay.
We ain't going back there ever, right?
Never.
Yeah, never.
Never. I'm actually, you know what though?
Favorite
I
place.
learned a lot from banking though. You
You said
know?
what? You said
I
what?
learned a lot from working in the banking industry.
Yeah, for
What's
sure.
the biggest thing you learned, June?
That I hated it. Because I'm actually I'm in Berkeley, California, in a WeWork, And I worked here for a few years, and my job at the bank was here in Berkeley. And I was hired to open up a new Chase Bank down the street, right? Like 7 years ago. And I was the business banker. So I was there in my little cubicle, and every time a business owner came in, they came in like, I got this brilliant idea. I'm super excited to launch this business. I'm so excited. I quit my job and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn, I want that. I want that passion. I want that fire. So that was one of the biggest lessons I've learned. What about you, Bryant? What did you learn from like your career prior to you pivoting to level up in tech?
I definitely learned how to network, because I network with people in the worst of times when they're at their low point. And I can pretty much talk to anybody for the most part now. So, and that is helpful, especially when you get into tech and you have teams full of introverts. When you put drop an extrovert in the middle of there and just pull a little bit of introvertness out of each one of them, and the team eventually starts to communicate properly. So that's what I pulled out of my career, and also being calm, even though when my code don't work, I may or may not hit my desk, a little bit of frustration sometimes, but that's what I pulled out of it. It's just a communication piece. Definitely helped me out.
Okay. You said you used to coach too, right?
No, I didn't coach. No, not. I would though, because I ran track in college. And I was USA certified.
Somebody said they were a coach.
You're all coaches now.
Level up in tech coach.
Gotcha. I thought it was a sports coach. I'm still in basketball mode.
Got you.
I'm still laughing about Brian running track, man. I gotta want to see. Got the short song coming in last.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. I was all CAA in the 100. Okay.
He was a little elite.
I was elite. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm
elite.
Okay.
He was a little
elite on the feet. Coming in butt naked last. At least I did it.
Never get last. Never. And see, he laughed because I always say I'm elite.
Elite on the feet. Okay. What about you, Christopher? What did you learn in your 14 years in the radio industry that you're leveraging now?
Yeah, no, Ryan was a good one. That was networking. Absolutely. So I think soft skills are really important in tech. I think that's really what carried me through my interview process, honestly. Being able to talk, being able to be personable, down to earth, be real. I had to talk to a very diverse crowd for several years, and really there was no room to be shy. So networking, absolutely. And I think just really learning how to start from the bottom and work my way up. And that's exactly what I did in radio. I started as an intern. I started sweeping the closet floor on the first room, the basements, and then worked my way up to the studio and had some success. And that was the same way that I took the same approach with tech, was that I just got in there and I knew if I put the work in, there would be a reward at the end of it. But putting that work in is the hard part. And a lot of people are scared of putting that work in because it takes sacrifice and it takes time. So I would say definitely networking and just being able to just work ethic in general. And that's something I definitely was able to carry over into tech.
Yeah, I think you made a really good point when it comes to like a career pivot. I think a lot of people don't want to be a beginner again. I think that they can't, as adults, we're supposed to like know everything, right? And especially if like a mid-career executive who now wants to pivot somewhere, it takes a lot of humility and a lot of like being okay with being vulnerable of being a beginner again. So I love their attitude about it, because if you're not going to be okay with being a beginner, you might as well just stay where you're at.
Yes.
It's tough, because Broadus will tell me, he told me like right when I started the program, all right, we're going to put this on LinkedIn. I was like, well, wait a minute. Nobody even knows that like I stopped doing radio and I transitioned careers, and it can get awkward at first. And you can feel like you're embarrassed because, oh my God, I start all over again. Like, I don't know anybody in that industry. So yeah, it can be intimidating if you let the fear get the best of you. But if you don't listen to that fear, you can get past it and do some great things. So definitely.
Great tip.
I need a freaking like noise effect, like a mic drop moment.
I knew he was gonna have one.
Don't worry. I'm gonna get one too. Okay, I want to talk to Broadus, because Broadus, I know his story. How he started. I think he started as an intern, right, Broadus? Do you want to share briefly, really quickly?
Yeah, so this is how it worked. So, when I was coming in trying to transition, I had the thought of like, what if I just share my journey, right, to help other people because there's gonna be people that was just like me or coming behind me that I could help. So really putting content on LinkedIn gained the attention of people that were local that had a startup, and they was like, hey, come on over for coffee, man. We want to talk to you. And the whole time I'm just sitting there like, look, if they're not gonna offer me an internship, I'm gonna create one right here and offer it to them. And they was like, well, I wish we can hire you full time. I was like, well, what about an internship? They was like, yeah, but it'd be like $10 an hour. I was like, I don't care about the money. I just care about the experience,
Right.
And I hope they're not listening. They're two great guys. I love them, but when we got into it, they got so busy that I didn't get to learn anything, right? So I just literally was just like playing around. I was like, well, I do projects and I'll do it here. So I said I did it for them, right? So I started doing projects and building and just learning and looking at what they're doing. I couldn't touch it, but I'll learn it and look at it and go back home and try to break it and build my own projects. And eventually it got me into my first role, and it was over from there. Because when they were showing the bag, I said I gotta go get the bag. And this was it, But that's the story, At the end of the day, we do it for challenge, right? We do it to create a better ecosystem for our family, but we do it for the bag.
That's
So
right.
They do it at all.
Day.
So at the end of the day, they say what they
What
want.
did Brian say? He said, they got to pay because I'm going to get it. That's exactly what Brian said. He said in that exact
Whether they give it to me or not, I'm going to get it from somebody, from somewhere.
They got to pay.
Hey, at the end of the day, they got to pay.
That's
So
right.
regardless of what people say, no, it's not about the money for me. Yeah, let them offer you a low salary.
Yep.
Then you be like, well, I ain't mean it like that. Like, yeah, of course. We know we about the bag. We trying to take care of our family. We got bills to pay. We trying to create memories and a life for our family I want to create something for my children that they never dreamed that they can have. Or if they dreaming it, I want to allow God, I want God to allow me to give it to them bigger than they ever thought they can have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. So I hope everybody listening. It's about that bag. I don't care what you say.
It is, but you also put up a good point, initiative. You have to take initiative when you're taking a career pivot, because it takes a lot of gut, sweat, and tears to go and change a career, let alone make somebody say no to you and then give them an alternative. It's initiative off top.
So you gotta want it, right? You gotta whatever vision you have, you gotta say, look, I don't really care what happens in between, as long as at the end of the day, I know that God is going to allow me to have that. All the stuff that you do in between is just the journey that He's using to build you, right? So the no's that you get, or the opportunities that you can really just create other opportunities within, that's just things that He channeled through you to get to where you need to be. Because if it wasn't meant, and put it like this, we have. I was just talking to a couple of people about this other day. While you on this journey, it's going to be things on this journey that's going to make you feel like this is not the right thing. When you try to pivot, everything's going to come try to attack you. That's what the enemy does when it knows that you're close to fulfilling the destiny that God gave you. The enemy is going to try to pull you off so much that it doesn't want you to reach those goals and be successful.
Yep.
So that's why people's like, man, I got so much life stuff going on, Broadus my junior program. It's so hard. I'm like, that's when you know you're on the right track. Because they're fighting you so hard to keep you from that goal that you know this is the goal that God gave to you. Otherwise, why would you be here?
Mm-hmm.
So
and that's where growth happens too, right?
Right.
Where you struggle and you get on the other side, you actually stretch. When you're stretching, it just gives you more room to grow.
Yep. So look.
Oh, I love that. I hope you guys are taking notes. I hope you have your pen and paper. Free advice right here to get you
Give me a little spiritual. I love it. Let's keep going.
What was I going to say? Let's talk about what motivated you all to make that pivot, to make that move. Because
do you remember that moment?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so no, for me, that moment was, there wasn't a moment, to be honest with you. At the time I was studying the Bible, and I've been going through a lot of life changes, including sobriety and studying the Bible and just really getting my life together. So for 14 years, keep it real, I just lived a nonstop party in radio, right? While maintaining a corporate job. And I developed a lot of bad habits. And, after I got laid off from my last job, I came to reality, like, look, this is not who I want to be anymore. I'm better at this. I don't want to have to be ashamed of who I really am, right? And I want to just I know I can do better in life. And I really had to start with myself. So, and I know a lot of people don't like to talk about the sobriety thing and whatnot. They like to keep it to their business. But I do like to share that because I feel like if I would have heard that, it probably would have hit me a little bit sooner as well. And so it started with that. And about a month or two into my sobriety, I started studying the Bible. And once I was doing that, I was telling them, like, look, I'm still keeping my eye out for some radio jobs, still holding on for hope. It was really bad with radio and Corona. Nobody was hiring anywhere. Jobs were really slim. And, for me, I've always felt like I had a natural talent for radio and I didn't want to let it go. And then around August came around and I just was like, I'm open to other things. And one of the guys in my church I was studying the Bible with, he told me that, he used to work at Zoom. And obviously, the year Zoom had. And he said, look, man, if you want to get into tech, I can introduce you to the sales sides of things. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do sales. I saw that on the radio aspect and I know how hard they work. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. And he's like, well, you could do something more with like engineering. I was like, I don't know anything about engineering. He's like, yeah, my friend Broadus, I don't think he even knew you at the time, Broadus, but yeah, my friend Broadus, I seen him in Business Journal. He's got a program and you can learn these skills in like 6 months and get out there. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So I called Broadus, I think that day, and then I started the program 3 days later. So I just jumped into it and I didn't know anything about tech. Zero, negative. Like I knew nothing about tech. And when I got into it, Broadus just, kind of took me under his wing and just really gave me a lot of support and a lot of motivation that I needed. That he gave me the belief that I could really be able to transition careers and be successful. And I kind of was just going with the flow for a while. And there wasn't really a moment where it's like, you know what, this is the day. I'm going to change my life today. It was like, hey man, look, you're
it was leading.
It
was leading to it.
It was like, dude, you need a job, you need a career. Radio is, and the thing with radio too is that like it requires you to move often. So the jobs in the market are very limited. The virus made that even more limited. And then, I didn't leave the best relationships all the way around as well. I lived a pretty fast lifestyle and, I wasn't the most mature person at that time. And so for me, I kind of needed a fresh start, honestly. But I never thought I'd be in tech. Never. I never thought I'd be. I resented tech because of what Silicon Valley became with this rich economy. And in the Bay, this. It's like the middle class just got booted out. And it was like, you have to be making millions. Basically, Silicon Valley came in and said, get down or lay down, right? You're not with us. You are going to be out there in the streets. And so for me, I was reluctant. My wife has a background in tech. She does public relations for a cybersecurity company right now, but she has a background in public relations and A&R in tech. But I was so reluctant. I was so resentful of tech for the longest. And I never gave it a try. And once I did, I really started to like it. And I there's just no way I would be able to have this career without the discipline, maturity, and the support that I have today. So it's really, it's a blessing. And it's really, thanks to people like Broadus, kind of giving me that guidance and that motivation. That's me. That's our house. We actually redid the whole
share this. I remember when you posted this, Christopher. And I know this because I live in the Bay Area. It's so expensive to live out here. And this was a huge accomplishment for you and your family. Like you started a new career into DevOps engineering, and then bam, you posted this. Like, was this like 2 months after you got certified, or when was it?
It was. So this was, I think it was the same month. It was like a week before it was a week after I got my job. So we've been saving up. To rewind a bit, we were living with my dad in his 2-room apartment for 2 years with 2 kids, 3 and 5. And It was really challenging. So I basically did the whole level up program for my dining room table, my dad's dining room table. And it was a big goal of ours to get our own home, but not just rent, not just move to an apartment, but we wanted a house, and we really sacrificed, saved up, and God just kind of delivered everything at the same time. It just was incredible. He gave me a job, gave me a house, and I was just overwhelmed with blessings, and he was just moving in my life just really quick. But I think, it all starts, it just didn't happen overnight. This was a process. This was sacrificing. This was us sacrificing in our living condition, but also me sacrificing and realizing that, look, I have to invest in my education for the next 6 months minimum to be able to even go out there and get a job. And realizing that this isn't something I'm naturally good at, that this is something I'm really going to have to work at to succeed at. And so all of it just kind of paid off at one time, and it's great. That's my cute little setup. I know I need 2 monitors. I get it.
Yeah, I commented. I'm like, you need 2 monitors. You're an engineer now.
I'm like, I never had a monitor. Like I was on a dining room table, and so I was like, oh, I got 1 monitor. That's great. I already know I need 2 monitors, man. So yeah, so I got a little startup set up, but it works out.
I love that. I was actually telling Broadus before you came, I love how you are just continuing, even though like you started your new role. I think it was, what's the company that you're working now? Evercast.
It's called Evercast.
Evercast.
Kind of like a Zoom for creatives in a way. It's a streaming platform. So yeah, it's really cool. Got a great team, great situation. I really couldn't ask for more. It's fully remote. And I just got a great opportunity. I was really lucky to get that, to be honest.
Yeah. I love that. I love how you're still continuing to show up on LinkedIn and sharing like everything, like all your accolades. Also to Bryant as well, is still posting on LinkedIn. And that's what most people don't do sometimes. Is like they get the job, they land their job, they stop networking, they stop showing up on LinkedIn. But the fact that all of you, everyone here is still proactively showing up is really important, right? Because you have to continue growing that network and community.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Okay, I want to give the spotlight to Bryant.
Uh-oh.
What about you? What made you make the pivot?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try not to make this long-winded, but there was a couple of different things. The first thing was being a police officer, I really felt like I wasn't challenged, right? In terms of educationally, mentally, I found myself in a place where I was like, man, I'm losing it, like my smarts, right? I had a degree from VCU, but I really just didn't feel like I was using it. And I sat down on the couch with my wife. I think it was the week of Christmas. We were sitting there and she was like, I don't know why you keep avoiding the tech thing. She's like, stop avoiding it. Stop taking the easy way out. And I was like, ouch. You know what I mean? Like that hurt me a little bit. And I was like, all right, she's probably right. Called up Broadus. I was like, look, man, tell me about this. He was like, man, you just need to join. You just need to join. Just straight up. Like you need to join. So contemplated it for a few days and jumped into it, got started. And then there's a whole nother story, right? The second thing that probably motivated me is, and I think this is really important when you are taking this journey on trying to pivot into any industry, the company that you keep is very important. The people that you surround yourself by are very, very important. Everybody at the time that I was around, right? Still am. I didn't mean to say at the time, was in 6 figures, right? As a cop, you are not in 6 figures. Let me tell you that right now. I would tell everybody here that you're not in 6 figures. And I was like, well, what am I doing wrong? Why I can do this? If they can do it, I can do it. And none of them had degrees, right? Broadus included. Okay. None of them had degrees, right? So I was like, man, I got to do something else. So really the company that I kept, they was like, bro, you can do it. And I told Kim, I said, I will be making 6 figures this time next year. All right. And it didn't take long. I went and got it. I told you, I'm going to get it from somebody. Somebody going to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? And I remember
give me the bag. Give me the bag, Bryant.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go get it. You know what I mean? Now, during that process, like Chris said, and like we all say, there's things that get in the way. Okay. And I know a lot of people have probably heard me tell this story. I told Broadus I quit in the program, like 2 months into the program. I said I quit. I kept failing exams. I was like, man, I'm quitting. You know, I failed 3 times. I was like, man, I'm done. This is not for me. Right? He did not answer the phone for 3 days straight. He's like, man, I don't got time for that. You want to quit? Go ahead, quit. You know what I mean? And then that Monday, I was like, I hit him up. I had a question about something I was studying. He was like, oh, but I thought you quit. Right? So the third factor in this process is Broadus. Okay? Let me tell you that. And after I start failing stuff, you know, like I tell everybody, man, I was big in sports in high school and college, and I still maintain that to this day, even though it hurts when I go to the gym. And as I have a sports mindset, you are not going to outwork me. You are not going to, and it's not about you getting a higher score on your exam. I could care less. You're not going to interview better than me. I can guarantee you that right now, because I can talk to anybody, right? And that was just the mindset that I had, was just go get it and treat it like a sport, and you're going to work your brain out. If you fail, you fail. You'll get it next time. So those, I would say, the 3 aspects of what really motivated me. Is not a moment, but there was a series of moments, because the money looks good on the other side, but it's some things in the way before you get to the money. So
there's a lot of hustle on this stage, and I love it. There's a lot of hustle up here.
And look at that optimized LinkedIn profile.
Really helped me with it. Yes, she did.
Who helped you with that? Who helped you?
Ooh,
June.
I remember that meeting too. You said, Bryant, what? You looked at his picture, June, and you were like, Bryant, really? What is this? Bro,
was a
photo.
What were you wearing?
Man, I had a nice Express shirt on with some nice slim pants on with some what did I have? Brothers, what was shoot? I forgot what those shoes are called now. What are they called?
You had your shoes in the picture?
Oh yeah, they were
You
clean.
had a full body?
Oh yeah, I had the Aldo.
Aldo dress. Were you trying to go to the club? Like,
man, I don't know, but I was clean.
He had his anniversary suit on.
And this is okay. I want to share this tip, because this is what I said in the workshop that I hosted. I said you need to dress for the job that you want. There's no engineers wearing suits, 5-piece suits, Aldo shoes, right? And then bam, you did a makeover. Yep. But like you, what I love that I think you posted about, you're still posting on LinkedIn. I love that. And
sometimes non-tech stuff, sometimes tech stuff.
I think you said this, like, I like this stuff, actually. Said this true story. It happened today.
It did, yeah.
Who was that person?
Oh, one of my coworkers. Yeah.
I love that.
I feel the same way too. I feel the same way going into tech, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what a nerd I am, dude. Like all I do is study. Then that's it. It's study, and just
never stop.
It's just such a different pace, but it's so worth it. And what Brian, just piggybacking off of what Brian said, is just having that stick with the winners, right? Stick with the people that are going to motivate you, that are going to inspire you. These guys never stop, man. They encourage me to never stop. And it's like, I got the job. I got the house. I'm good. No. You got to go get certified in this. You got to go level up the bag. You got to do. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Yeah, you're right, man. You guys are doing it. And there's no stop. There's always room to grow. They're always quote unquote leveling up. And it's inspiring, honestly.
I think just to say this to you, Chris, I think you should and you do, but I think it hasn't set in yet. How you talk about Silicon Valley, right? As far as how tech has become, a lot of people in tech are just making this massive money, and that's your reality, right? You can be a person who could come in that didn't have any idea about this and go and make that life-changing money for your family and create a legacy for where your kids want to do the same thing. You in San Francisco right now, reality for you can be making $500,000 a year. That's reality. That's reality. Let's hear that. $500,000 in tech, and that's reality.
Somebody go get it.
Someone's gonna
record that. I need that when I wake up in the morning.
If you don't go get it, somebody else gonna get it. So it gotta be you. You gotta work for it and go get it, bro, because it's yours. God already told you can have it.
Yep. That's right.
So,
Love that. Okay, let's go on to the hustle really quick. So we touched on career. What keeps you motivated to keep going? Like Bryant, you said there was times that you wanted to just quit that program, Level Up in Tech program. What kept you going?
Man, what really kept me going was working some of the George Floyd protests and getting stuff thrown at you, or people trying to break into buildings, can't go home until you get released. And I said, man, I have had enough. And I said, my time is worth more than this. And then once I shifted my mindset, it was a wrap. I mean, it was a wrap. I mean, that's really what it was for me. It's a mind shift. So,
yep.
Wow, that's huge. That is huge. Mind shift takes a lot. Either you get pushed to it or you create it.
Yep.
That's it.
That's true.
Yep.
Period. You got to go get it. Okay. All right. So.
Yes, go get it.
I gotta record it.
You gotta get on TikTok.
I know.
And preach, all of you.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Christopher?
Yeah, I think for me personally, during the same time, I was struggling with the Terraform exam and just failing, right? And then also, I didn't really know what I was gonna do with my life as far as career. So people were trying to tell me to become an electrician as well. So I studied for that. It was a ton of math, ridiculous amount of math. And I took the test, failed, right? And I knew I failed because I only got halfway. They're like, time. I'm like, only got half the questions done. Like, what do you mean time? Like, that's it? Oh man, it's a wrap. So I spent a lot, that was a complete waste of time. And I think once I just started focusing on tech and just realizing like, look, I could do this. If I work hard enough, I can make this happen, and just really start putting my focus towards that. That's when things really started clicking. But there was absolutely times where it was like, well, maybe you're not good enough. Maybe you're not smart enough, right? Maybe, I was never the smart guy in high school, obviously. I was a C- student at best. And I'm like, maybe this is over my head. Maybe I can't do this. And I just kept pushing through that. I didn't let the fear get the best of me. And once I really started focusing on that, just like what Brian was saying, just having that tunnel vision, that's when things really started to click and go to the next level. So
that's so inspirational, because I think tech in general is very intimidating for people.
Oh yeah.
If they make it a joke, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm like not tech savvy at all. Everyone will say that because they don't want to, they think it's like an elite, or they think it's like intellectual, like there's a level, right? But hearing from you guys, it's like, no, it's like any other subject. You just have to focus and have that tunnel vision, and you'll get it. You're not allergic to it, right?
Nope.
No one's
Right.
allergic
It's
to
not
tech.
gonna kill you. It's not
Right,
gonna kill
right.
you. It's just technology,
Mhm.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
And you don't have to go to like a top tier university, right?
Oh my God, I'm
You
glad.
don't have to spend hundreds and thousands of
Obviously.
hundreds and thousands of dollars to get into the tech space, right? Like I didn't go to, I've been around the block when it comes to like community colleges. I went to like every community college in the Bay Area. I didn't graduate until I was 28 at Golden Gate University, but I did, right? What about you, Broadus? What kept you going? What kept you on your hustle?
So I come from an area and live in that area. It's like a rural area in Virginia where, all my life, like, I see people literally just waste their lives on porches. Like, they sit on a porch all day long. That's all they do.
Mhm.
Right? And, being a statistic from here, it's like, either you got to sell drugs or some type of sport got to take you out, but you got to be super elite at the sport because it's really not an area that scouts are frequenting for talent, right? And, or music, which I was good at, but, stopped doing that. And when I decided I wanted to get into tech, I wanted to be able to, once again, just be able to provide for my family way more than I ever thought I could, right? So like be able to live the dream. Like if we want it, we got it. If my kids want a great education, my son is great at football, I'm gonna put him in Fort Union Military Academy where scouts from Division I and NFL go to look at those kids play football, because that's the opportunities that he deserves. You know, I want to be able to sit back and after I'm gone, they can have something that they can say, you know what, let's keep this legacy going. And it will reach kids and individuals in this area. Because that's what it started as far as when I got into tech and I started Level Up in Tech, I wanted to reach people in this area to show them it doesn't have to be the way that you thought it was going to be for you to move into something that's life-changing, you know. And to be honest with you, speaking to my community about it when I first started, people thought I was selling like multi-level marketing. That's what they just couldn't believe that you can make this amount of money working from home or in tech. It was like, what are you doing? Is this something like 5 links? What is going on? And you know, like, I like 5 links. This is tech. And one person used to tell me, like, is this like a pyramid scheme?
Yep.
Like,
Oh my God.
you're like, so, but that's the mindset.
Yeah.
Not all, but some people out in, you know, in a lot of areas. So my community, I wanted to show them that, you know, and my kids and my wife, that, hey, you know, I'm the man that God brought you to, and I'm supposed to lead y'all, right? My children are gifts. My wife is a gift. So the gifts are given to me, and I have to give those gifts back better than they were, right? So that's my mindset all the time. So if I got to sacrifice myself, my mind, body, and soul to make an impact in their lives, that's what it has to be. In that bag,
Poetry.
let's call it. It's like bag over here, bag over there. I'm like, which one am I gonna say?
Can you give me more bags?
Hey, look, this is what it's about. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that money helped change my life to make more memories, to have better healthcare, to have better living situation, to have better opportunities for my children, and help me create a situation, an ecosystem where we can help other people do the same thing. So that's just what kept me motivated.
It's all about paying it forward too, and like you're changing like the narrative and the possibilities in your community, Broadus.
Yep.
Right, because once again, I come from an area where people literally, like, you know, I watched. So this is the thing though. My area is so small. We have a grocery store that's local. I used to watch this old couple, come pull up to the grocery store every single day and sit there from 8 to 5 p.m. That was their life. Sitting at the grocery store in the truck, not getting out the truck, not shopping, but sitting in the truck in the parking lot 8 hours a day and going home. And I couldn't.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I couldn't allow that to be me, or I couldn't allow that to be my family. And I had to, you know, find a way that it wouldn't be me. So I'm not talking bad about it, but I'm just saying that's what it was.
I love that.
That's a word.
That is the word of the day.
Wow.
That was the pitch Broadus gave me when I was trying to join Level Up.
What pitch?
You said it's the bag, but yeah, we're gonna learn some AWS. But the bag, it's a big bag. It needs 2 hands. And I was like, okay,
I feel like you guys
do it.
need some T-shirts or something.
Broadus, I'm waiting for my T-shirt.
What?
I know, Broadus. Where's my shirt? You said once I graduate the program, I get a shirt. I ain't got no damn shirt.
Y'all was telling lies. Look, I got. You know what? Let me keep it real with y'all. I got a whole box of shirts sitting right behind me. I never get the chance to go to the post office to ship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. So I owe you a shirt, Gene. I owe Chris a shirt. I owe
everyone a shirt.
I'll get them y'all.
Here too.
Everybody getting a shirt.
I'm waiting for that promo code so I can get more bags.
Right.
You said what?
That promo code.
What promo code?
For the shirt.
The shirt's free. I'll give you the shirts.
You're like,
She doesn't want that. I think she wants something else. All right. How we love to end the show is tell us when you are in your state of flow. It could be your genius flow, your creative flow. What does that look like, and where are you at? Describe that to us, Chris.
Oof.
Ooh, like if it's like working out or listening to music. Ooh. What's your flow state?
Yeah. I think, definitely listening to music. Listen to music, unbothered. Kids are outside or they're nicely tucked in bed. Definitely just, really, just a little bit of music or even like, podcast, something that's just going to motivate me. And just focus and just really in my own zone. Like I didn't have a lot of privacy the last year living in my dad's house. So having my own office, well, I share it with my wife. All right, it's a co-office, close enough, right? So having an office to ourselves has been a game changer. Yeah, well, WeWork. Yeah, I haven't got there yet. Maybe a WeWork. Maybe we'll
you gotta get a WeWork. It's really worth it. Hey, Christopher, it's a free month for the whole month of June. Or what is it, Jessica?
This is a great month.
I need a promo code.
I know. Are you trying to get your affiliate link?
Yes.
You just keep telling everyone
so that's what you're talking about.
That's what I mean.
She's talking about her affiliate link.
Where's my affiliate link?
I got you.
Yeah, that's what you've been saying for how many months?
All right, Bryant, what is your way of a flow?
All right, yeah, I'm not trying to be too cliche, but I'm sitting beside my wife. She's sitting in passenger seat. I got the windows down, the sunroof down, and I'm listening to either some Tory Lanez or some Drake. All right, and we riding around, and I'm not gonna forget that we going to get the bag. Okay, we going to get it. All right. So it's not all about money, but it's just a nice, mellow flow, sun setting. I just had to add that in there just for everybody. But yeah, riding down, windows down, kid free. Okay, love my kids, but my God, you know what I mean? I got 3 boys, by the way. Okay. But yeah, just
everyone's like,
listening to music, kid free for the moment, because working remote,
that sounds like
very rarely kid free. So yeah, that's
okay.
That's it
that
me.
Sounds good. Broadus?
My creative moments come from when I'm in the car riding with the windows down. The bag. No, I'm just playing. So riding with the windows down. Most of the time, really, I listen to like TD Jakes. And riding riding in the car allows me to think. Like that's my thinking time. Like it's like, have you ever been driving and you just go into a daydream and then you come back and you be like, hold on, what the hell about it? That's all the time because I'm stuck in my thoughts where I'm thinking of, what can we do different today? How can I bring more value? What can we do to make the program better? What can we do to market better? All these things just come and I get the ideas when I'm in my creative flow, just driving and listening to the word. And, I'll just be in my own zone.
Love that.
That's why Broadus is always in the car in the meeting. I just realized every time we have a meeting, Broadus is in the car.
You do really good videos
it's a tech program.
Your car.
I had a business meeting with Broadus and he was in his car.
Always.
It's like your man cave.
Yeah, it allows me to think. I'm a person, like my wife's doing some work for me and she's like, all right, so what I got to do, I got to get up and I got to walk around. I'm a pacer. I'm talking, I'm thinking. So when I ride, it just allows all the ideas that I've been thinking of to come to me, allows me to connect the dots, solve the puzzle. And when I get home, I'm like, I got it. And that's when I go to work. But yeah, that's probably why, because I'm always riding. I got to get out the house. Everybody work remote. You got to get that fresh air.
I know where you're going. You're taking those bags to the bank.
Taking those bags to the
He
bank.
can't even go to the post office. He's not going to go to the bank.
I can't go to the post office unless somebody says,
You always make time for the bag, though.
All right, I have one question for each of you guys as we wrap up.
All right.
If someone is thinking about leveling up in tech, what's the one piece of advice as we close out the show? One piece.
Stay persistent.
Yeah. Stay persistent. I would say first you got to get it in your head and in your heart before you have it in your hand.
Powerful. Well.
All right, Chris.
I'm supposed to go after that? Consistency. Consistency is key. Don't be afraid of change. People are too afraid of failure and they're too afraid of change. And it's okay. Me and Bryant and even Broadus are living examples of how fast you can turn your life around with hard work, dedication, and the right people around you. It is possible. It is absolutely possible for you to change your life. If us three here with no background in tech, and Broad is starting his own business, he's getting the bag, a couple bags, and we all are. And the thing is, all right, well, I lost track, too many bags. But anyways, the thing is really, we're just living proof that it's all possible. Long as you're consistent, you're willing to put that hard work in. And that's the problem, that if people don't want to do that, they're afraid, I don't got the time, or I don't think I can do it, or is it worth it? It's worth it. Believe me, trust me, we're living examples of that. If you want it bad enough, it's there for you, it's available, and we're here to help you along the way. And that's the great thing about Broadus and Level Up in Tech and Bryant. They provide that key support that you need to transition your career. And it's been a blessing to be a part of the program. So that's all I got.
That's perfect.
Thank you.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. Well, thank you all for being here. I'm going to drop actually my link right here. I'm going to do myself a plug-in because this is our show, right? I'm hosting. And lastly, Broadus, I want you to talk about Level Up in Tech really quick. But before you do, I am going to be launching my How to Be a LinkedIn Career Celeb at the end of this month. So stay tuned. I'm going to be, I've been putting my blood, sweat, and tears in this course. So I'm going to show you how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. I'm going to show you how to network. I'm going to show you how to show up on LinkedIn as a thought leader by creating content. So that launches in a few weeks. And I'm going to be hosting a free masterclass next week to give you a little bit of a preview. What about you, Broadus?
So, Level Up in Tech, we got some things coming. We got great cloud coaching, career coaching program that's coming out. We have many other options for you to join the program. So think of, we're working on possibly, I can't say for sure, but possibly a no upfront cost. So the website, let's say you go to the website, right? The website is cool, it's there, but what we're using now is landing pages that really drive the emotion and really showing you what we're doing and how to be involved. So the landing pages are actually going to be launching this coming week coming up. And a lot of people ask a few questions when they're trying to level up in tech. Number one, can I really do this, right? Number two, how can I do this? And number three, like how long it's going to take, right? So, because some people think they have to go to college for 4 years, or they need these, they need to go to college and get these geniuses around them, or, first of all, they're not even smart enough to even do it. So I'm here to tell you that, yes, you're smart enough. Anyone can do this. Anyone can do this, right? How long it takes, it's completely up to you. All right, so our program is 6 months. You can get it done in 6 months, and literally in the next 2 or 3 months after that, be on a job search spree with the right people around you, land the right role, right? And it doesn't have to cost tuition fee of a 4-year university. All right, so right now our tuition is $4,500, and some people might be like, $4,500. But think about this: you got semester, you got colleges asking $5,000 for a semester, and you're gonna come out
with one certification. I'm gonna say,
look, with one certification, you're gonna come out of that 4-year degree or that college or university with information that's kind of old, because tech changes all the time. And you want to move with the people who are doing what you're trying to do and is on top of the trends that are going on in this industry and staying on the pulse of this industry. So if that's you, if you ever had the interest of trying to just figure out what you're trying to do in tech, just come on, talk to me, talk to Bryant, talk to Chris. But you could go to levelupintech.com and you can fill out an application for our next cohort, and you can change your life as well, as long as other people. But first, you have to believe that you can do it and understand that when you start this, frustration and things are going to take you off your focus, but you have to be a professional. You have to be a grown adult, plan your day, and work this program. Don't let the program work you. You work it, and you will be successful.
That's right.
Love that.
Great.
Love it.
Okay. What about you, Jess? What's going on for you? What are you working on?
Okay, so let me go ahead and plug. I am doing a how to finesse your resume workshop on Facebook Live only. Only 20 spots. So I think I'm down to 10 now. So if you want to join me and figure out how to finesse that resume so you can get that job in tech, tap in with me after this and we can make that work. I do a Finding Your Voice for Women in Corporate on Clubhouse on Sundays, 9 a.m. It's a power conversation, and I do Job Connect on Tuesdays, and I do Job Search
everywhere.
on Wednesday. But that's it. That's all I got right now. Val, what about you?
So this week, if you follow me at Instagram at Oh Hello Work Life, I have a Instagram Live with Mimi Jane, and we're going to be talking about side hustles, passion projects, and how to not talk yourself out of doing it. You need to have a plan B and a side hustle. That's what it could be. Oh, I just rhymed. Ah. Okay. And then,
Lona's like, you got to really want to go do it. Right. It all starts with you, right?
Thank
so go
you, Lona.
do it.
That's right. That's right.
Go do it. And on Broadus's like words of wisdom, go get those bags. Go get them. It's out there for you to take.
Gotta go get it.
It don't matter what industry you're in. We all trying to make the most money we can at the job or in the business, right? So whatever you're doing, do it for God, because God's gonna bless you, right? You ain't working for man, you working for God. So if you go in there and give 110%, no man can't shut the door that God opens. So if God opens the door and say you're supposed to be the director, it don't matter who's the director at the time or who's between it that hold the keys. You're gonna be the director, period.
Yes.
So
enough poetry, man.
I'm gonna go write a poetry book. Right. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Father's Day. We are taking a break, 1 week break of Career Hustle and Flow. But we will be back July with a few exciting guests. So we'll see you soon. And I'm going to be going live next week. It's going to be a LinkedIn Career Celeb theme week. So stay tuned for that. But thank you everyone for being here. Bye. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. Thanks, y'all. See y'all later.
Thanks a lot.